Alright, hello everyone, it's silverkyle, and today we are going to be taking a look at all the video games that I'm looking forward to in quarter 3 of 2021, which would be July, August, and September. And yeah, technically we're a little bit late with this because we're nearing the end of July here, but I still wanted to include July because there were two big games that I was really looking forward to. Speaking of which, there's only 2 games in July, only 2 games in August, and then 3 in September, so there's not a lot. I mean, usually July and August are kind of slow because it's just before the big fall season with the holiday season coming up. So I'm kind of used to that. But the games that I am looking forward to, I'm really excited about. So it's impressive that the quality of games that are coming out in these 3 months that I was really surprised with. Normally there's a bunch of games that I'm kind of looking forward to, but there's only half of them that I would consider getting day one. Whereas these ones, there's quite a few. So let's start off with July, and these 2 games have already come out, but the first one would be Monster Hunter Stories 2 Wings of Ruin, which came out on July 9th. I haven't played Monster Hunter Stories 1, but on the 3DS, and now I want to. The only game that I've played of Monster Hunter is Monster Hunter Worlds, and I did enjoy my time with that. I wish I would have put more time into it, because it's a series that I could see myself really enjoying. And then they have this version, the Monster Hunter Stories, are kind of like a more accessible version of Monster Hunter that's also turn-based. And that seems right up my alley. So this is something that I kept contemplating on getting. I still haven't picked it up yet. And I don't know if I want to play the first one before, but I know I need to play this game at some point in time. And next one, which did come out about a week ago now, is Zelda Skyward Sword, which came out on July 16th, the HD version. I've done a video about that. I have the Amiibo set, and I also am getting the Joy-Con, so that's something that I've really been looking forward to as soon as they announced it. Pretty much as soon as we kind of heard rumor. I feel like we started talking about potentially a Skyward Sword, at least myself and some of my friends, talked about Zelda Skyward Sword HD probably as the Wii U was dying and the Switch was being made. I was thinking, like, they're going to have to do something about that because they remade Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, or ported those and made them HD. So I've been looking forward to this for a while. And that's it for July. There's a few other games here and there. Like there's, I think, a collection of the Professor Layton, or is it Phoenix Wright? I can't remember which one it is. There's something that comes out in July that was, the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, which comes out on Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 4, but no, I don't think there's a physical, so that kind of persuades me from not getting it, or dissuades me. Next up, we're going to talk about August, and there's one game that I'm really looking forward to. Both games that I'm looking forward to come out on the 24th of August. One of them is Aliens Firestorm, Fireteam Elite, sorry. Fireteam Elite, which is a team-based survival game. Looks like it would kind of scratch that itch of Left 4 Dead. Right before Back 4 Blood comes out in October. I feel like this would hold you over if you're really itching for a game experience that would be similar to it. This would be it. I don't think I'm going to pick it up at all like day one, but I could see myself definitely playing it. If that game came out on Game Pass, which I think it would be the perfect fit for Game Pass, I would definitely try that game out. Then we have the game that I'm really looking forward to is Kena Bridge of Spirits, also coming out on the 24th. I think this was supposed to be originally just for a PlayStation 5 game. That's what I thought they were alluding to when they first showed that off last year, or whenever they showed it off the first time. I can't remember if it was last year or not. But when I first saw that, I was amazed. Like, that looks like a next-gen game. It actually looks like it would be meant for the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox Series. And blown away. It is also coming out on PlayStation 4. That kind of I know it seems weird, but it kind of makes me sad that they are able to still make a game like that and put it on the PlayStation 4, because I feel like I want more power. Right? The whole point of a next-gen console is that they're exclusive for that console, and you can't get it anywhere else. And the last generation systems aren't powerful enough, and they would be too hard for them to even make it for that. Obviously, we're not nearly there, but that's what I want. So the only thing though is that I still don't have a PlayStation 5. Those systems disappear so quickly when they come up in Canada. It's insane. You have about 5 minutes sometimes. I think the max I've seen was 15 minutes to get it. And if I'm not there when it's happening, I miss out. So really need a PlayStation 5. There's so many games coming out, exclusives for the PlayStation 5, that, I really want to dive my teeth into it and get caught up with everything. And now we're looking at September, which has 3 games, and I'm really looking forward to the last 2 here. But the first one that's coming out is Sonic Colors Ultimate. So the port of the Wii game is now coming out for, I think there's a few, I don't think it's just the Nintendo Switch. I feel like maybe PlayStation 4 and Xbox as well. And I feel like it's also a budget game, because it's like $50 or something like that, instead of the normal $80 that we have here in Canada, or some games are even $90 at this point in time, which is just insane. I don't like that at all. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Now the next 2 games I'm really looking forward to. Out of this entire list, these are probably the 2 games that I'm looking forward to the most. And this is a pretty, Kena I really was looking forward to as well, though. Now I'd still say these next 2 I'm looking forward to more. Tales of Arise on the 10th. Cannot wait for this. It's coming out on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, Xbox One, and the Series S and X. I have the collector's edition pre-ordered for this. I went on the, Namco Bandai, I believe. I went on their site so that I could get this, because I'm so looking forward to this. And I think it's like $250 or something. It's ridiculous. But I don't have a lot of big collector's editions, and I want to start dipping my feet in getting some of them if I really feel like I'm going to enjoy the game. And I do like the Tales series, and this looks absolutely phenomenal. Cannot wait for Tales of Arise. And last but not least is Diablo II Resurrected, coming out on the 23rd. That's coming out for everything, pretty much. I think like the Switch has it, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, and the Series as well are all getting it. And obviously PC, Windows is getting it. That's where I played so much of Diablo 1 and Diablo 2. Back in the day, I remember a Christmas that my brother and we didn't get anything other than a new PC that we would use, a family PC for the both of us, so that we could take turns playing Diablo 2. And we would have like 1 hour each, and then we'd alternate, and the other person would play. And my mother was like so afraid that we wouldn't like the PC, because we would get like a bunch of like smaller items as gifts, and we knew back then the value of like a PC, especially back then. So we were just so excited for that, and we didn't care. We were like, no, Mom, this is the best possible Christmas gift you could have possibly gotten us, even though we can't play it just now because we had to go get the game for, like, afterwards on Boxing Day or something like that here in Canada. So Diablo 2 is like my teen years, I would say, and Diablo 3 isn't nearly like Diablo 2. They did a good job of streamlining things, but it doesn't have the same feel. It's not as dark as Diablo 2 is. Diablo 2 has a complete... If you're talking about a game that has atmosphere, Diablo 2 to me, Diablo 2 and Diablo 1, perfect atmosphere for eeriness, chaos. You feel wrong. And normally I don't really care for that. I actually don't like that, but Diablo nailed it on the head, and it's exactly what I want. And I cannot wait. The only thing now is I don't know what system I want it on. Do I get it on one of the more powerful consoles, so like Series X or PlayStation? If I was going to get it on like PlayStation 5 or Series X, it would be Series X. Not only if I have a PS5 by that point, it'd still be on the Series X, because I know more people that have the Xbox. It's so weird. Everybody else seems to have PlayStation, but my group, my close-knit of friends tend to have Xboxes. But anyway, so that's an option. I would love to have that on handheld as well, like Switch. I might have to double dip or triple dip into this, because then the other thing too is that Diablo is a PC game. That's where I found my love for it. But they did a good job for Diablo 3 of making it accessible to consoles. So that's why I'm okay with playing Diablo 2 like that as well. It's going to be hard to see what happens. I fully see myself, though, at least having it on Switch, because I would like to play that on handheld. To me, that's like lying back in bed and playing Diablo 2. I cannot wait. So that's it. That's everything that I'm looking forward to. Not a lot of games, really. Only 7 games for 3 months, but they're all heavy hitters, or the majority of them are heavy hitters. So that's everything that I'm looking forward to. I think there's probably other games that people are looking forward to, like potentially Deathloop, Life is Strange Remastered Collection, what else? Lost Judgment. There's a few other games, definitely WarioWare, that people are, Psychonauts, that people are looking forward to, but they're just not really what I'm looking forward to. But let me know in the comments below what you're looking forward to. And yeah, you've all been bearded in. Beardage!